This morning we're going to look at something that I feel is kind of one of a pet peeve of mine, and so we're going to kind of talk a little bit about something. And I don't know about you, but I love the truth. Truth is just something that I love, and I don't know that it is much that I love the truth as much as I dislike things that are fake or false. Those things just always, it leaves a bad taste in my mouth. It's like when you go and you buy that product that's advertised that it's going to be this way, and then when you get it home and you open it and you find out that it's not, it just leaves you with that empty feeling. And there's just something about that gets on my nerves. All right, and so we're gonna look at some things this morning. We're going to start off here in James chapter 5, and we're going to go down to about verse 12, and we're going to be talking about the truth, and we're going to be talking about lying. Lying is anything other than the truth. James chapter 5, verse 12. It says, "But above all things, my brethren, swear not, neither by heaven, neither by earth, neither by any other oath, but let your yea be yea, and your nay be nay, lest you fall into condemnation." Now this little scripture here talks about not swearing an oath. And not that there's anything wrong necessarily with swearing an oath. Because you go to a courthouse, you put your hand on a Bible, and you solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God. Okay, this is what this is talking about. Swearing. And the reason why it's saying not to do that is because it gives the illusion that if you don't swear, well, what you're saying may or may not be the truth. And this scripture is saying don't do that, just instead let your yea be yea or your nay be nay. Let your yes be yes or your no be no. You don't have to go through all of this swearing on something. If you automatically tell the truth and you say yes, and that is a truthful yes, you don't ever have to say, well, I swear, I mean it this time. Or I'm telling the truth. There's none of this, well, I had my fingers crossed or any of the other stuff. Well, I was just kidding. Let your yea be yea and your nay be nay. When I say something, it should be absolutely true, 100% of the time, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. I shouldn't have to swear on the Bible. I shouldn't have to do anything extra than that. And so this is what James is trying to get the people to understand. Truth. And so the words coming out of your mouth should be thought about. You need to think about, am I telling the truth? Or, the scripture says, lest ye fall into condemnation. Now, what is this condemnation that James is referring to? Turn over to the book of Revelation, chapter 21. We're going to find out what happens to the people who don't tell the truth. Revelations chapter 21, verse 7. This is it. This is at the end. This is the book of the end. Verse 7 says, He that overcometh shall inherit all things, and I will be his God, and he shall be my son. But the fearful, the unbelieving, the abominable, and murderers, and whoremongers, and sorcerers, and idolaters, and all liars shall have their part in the lake which burneth with fire and brimstone. This is the second death. I'm excited this morning. This morning I get some hellfire and brimstone preaching. This is a new one for me. This is what happens to some liars. No. This is what happens to all, A-L-L, all liars. Now, there's a lot of other things we can talk about, but we're going to focus on lying this morning because I have a problem with liars. And we have, we kind of, in a society, we make these different, well, that was just a little white lie, or we have these distinctions. It's either a big lie or a little lie. Little lies are okay, but big lies are wrong. No, that's not right. Okay? So what is a lie? Let's think about what a lie is. And so we can kind of figure out, because, if we're in danger of doing something that is going to result in us being thrown in a burning fire of lake of fire of brimstone, we probably need to make sure we're not doing that. So what is a lie? Anything that is absence of truth is a lie. When you say that you did something that you didn't do, that is a lie. When you say that you are going to do something and you don't do it, that is a lie. And so it's vitally important that we think about what comes out of our mouth. Now my wife will tell you this gets on her nerves when I do this. I really, when I get in a spot where I'm asked to do something, I'm really slow to act. And I really am slow to speak a lot of the time. My wife will say, "What are you thinking? Tell me what you're thinking. Talk to me." And I'm really hesitant because I want the words that come out of my mouth to be completely honest and completely truthful. Okay? So when my wife says, "Does this outfit make me look heavy?" Okay? Well, maybe a little. Okay? You gotta watch out. Getting close to that lake of fire. Think about the words that come out of your mouth. This is one of my things here. When I say I'm going to be somewhere at 7 o'clock, I will be at your house by 7 o'clock. And I show up at 10 after 7, it's a lie. I know it. When I say I'm going to take my daughter fishing, and it never happens and never gets done, that's a lie. You see, anytime I promise that I'm going to do something and I don't do it, that's a lie. So it's important that you think before you speak. This is the whole key of letting your yea be yea and your nay be nay. I shouldn't have to say, I'm going to take you fishing. I promise this time. I shouldn't say, well, I'm going to be at your house, and I promise I will be there. They should just automatically know when it's 7 o'clock, you're going to be at the house. And if you're not there, something bad happened. What about this one here? What about this promise? I, Brian, take you, Kimberly, to be my wedded wife, to hold from this day forward, for better, for worse, for richer, for poor, in sickness or in health, to love and to cherish till death do us part. What about that pledge? You know, it breaks my heart when I see all of these couples that go through divorce. And as a church, we all, when we see marriages ending, you know, it should tear us up. We should grieve at that. But the problem I see with divorce is just a symptom of the real problem. The real problem is that when you stand up and you make an oath, you make a promise that you will love, that you will honor, that you will cherish, for better, for worse, for richer, for poor, for sickness and health, and you don't do that, well, you've already broken your promise. People see that well, when your name comes out in the paper and so-and-so got a certificate of divorce, well, you look at that as, well, that's the bad thing. That's not the bad thing. The bad thing is that your promise that you made in front of God and in front of witnesses, well, you didn't do that. You see, when you marry someone, when you stand up and you say, I will be here for you, I promise to take care of you, I promise to stand with you, I promise to meet your needs, I promise to do all of those things, and you don't do them, it's a little bit like you bring home that puppy. You know, everybody's excited. Oh, I want a puppy. It's all cute. You know, we get married and we fall in love, and it's kind of like that little puppy we bring home. And, well, you know what happens? That puppy grows up. It's not cute. Starts chewing up the furniture. Starts using the bathroom on the carpet. Starts getting on our nerves. So what do? Well, we take him out in the back. We put him in a pen. There he sits. Some of our marriages resemble this. Some of us have been taken out back and stuck in a pen. And you're trapped there. And you may or may not get some food every once in a while, if you're good, or if I think about it. And you may or may not get taken for a walk every once in a while, if I'm not too busy. And we wonder why so many people are getting divorced, is because we can't keep our promise to love and to honor and cherish. We wonder why there's so much adultery, and we wonder why there is so much wife swapping going on. It's because the vows that we took didn't mean anything. Because our yea didn't mean yea, and our nay didn't mean nay. All liars shall have their place, their part in the lake which burns with fire and brimstone. Vitally important to think about the words you say before you say them. Don't let your tongue turn you into a liar. No tongue, it's hard sometimes to get that thing bridled. James talks a lot about bridling the tongue. Sometimes we just think, oh yeah, I can do that. Or yeah. Or did you hear what happened to so-and-so? When we may not know the truth. And we may not be able to do the thing that we say that we're going to do. Bridle that tongue. Control it. Think about, can I really do what I'm saying that I'm going to do? And then once you make that promise, once you make that commitment, there's no taking that back. By the way, once you say something, there is no takebacks. Don't let laziness turn you into a liar. You know, it's real hard. You know, I'll just be real honest with you. This morning, I made a commitment to be here. And I really thought this morning, stayed up a little bit too late last night. And I was real sleepy. I thought, oh, you know what, it's kind of dreary outside. Really like to just kind of maybe go back to bed, or I can just sit in this recliner and just kick it back and turn the TV on. I could have been lazy. Really thought about it. But I made a commitment to be here. So we got up, got dressed, made our way. Laziness allows us to make the promise that we made into a lie that we have kept. So this morning, as we have a song of invitation, I want you to think about, have you told the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Have you made promises that you have yet to keep? Or maybe you've gotten a little bit lazy? Don't put yourself in danger of condemnation. Stay away from that lake of fire. It's hot, as we sing this morning.